We spend life trying to control what was never ours. We tighten our grip on time, people, outcomes, as if our will alone could hold back the tide. But the tide does not ask permission. It moves by law, not by longing. And still, we resist. We build walls against the water, only to find that the sea teaches us what no victory ever could. Control is an illusion that exhausts the soul. The need to control is born from fear. Fear of loss, fear of uncertainty, fear of change. We believe that if we could predict, we could prevent pain. But prediction is a mirage. The future has never belonged to logic. Life unfolds like weather, patterned yet unpredictable, sometimes kind, sometimes wild, but always moving. The paradox is this: the more we try to control, the less peace we have, because control is a constant negotiation with what is. It argues with reality, refusing to let it be itself. And every time we say, it should be different, we wage war against the present. Peace doesn't come from winning that war. It comes from ending it. The calm mind doesn't command. It cooperates. It listens for rhythm instead of forcing direction. It knows that control builds walls, while cooperation builds flow. You can't steer the wind, but you can adjust the sail. That is the intelligence of surrender. Surrender isn't weakness. It's wisdom that's outgrown arrogance. It's the quiet realization that life does not need your supervision to continue. The sun rises, the lungs breathe, the heart beats, without effort, without plan. There's a greater order at work, and control is just our way of pretending we're its author. Chaos is not disorder. It's undiscovered design. When plans fall apart, it's not always failure. It's often reorganization. Life rearranges itself to align with truths we were too afraid to choose. The job lost becomes space for purpose. The breakup becomes ground for becoming. The silence after noise reveals what never needed sound. We think surrender means giving up, but real surrender is participation without possession. It's moving with the current while remaining aware of your direction. It's trust. Not that life will always be gentle, but that it will always be real. Control is heavy. Surrender is light. You can feel it in the body. Control tightens. It clenches the jaw, holds the breath, guards the heart. Surrender softens. It loosens the shoulders, deepens the exhale, lets the world in again. The nervous system recognizes what the mind forgets. Safety is not in certainty, it's in flow. Imagine a river. The rock that resists its current erodes. The leaf that rides it travels miles without effort. Which one lives closer to freedom? The world moves either way. The question is whether we'll let it carry us. To surrender is not to abandon direction, but to abandon demand. You can still choose. You can still act, but you act from clarity, not control. You move with what's true, not what's feared. You stop trying to bend life toward your script and begin collaborating with its unfolding. That shift from demand to dialogue is the birth of peace. We spend so much time asking, what if it goes wrong, that we forget to ask, what if it goes right in a way I can't yet imagine? Surrender leaves room for that. It allows miracles to enter through the cracks control tried to seal. Life isn't something to manage, it's something to meet. The rain doesn't need your approval to fall. The seasons don't need your permission to turn. And yet, they always arrive right on time. So does what's meant for you. If you stop resisting the timing, surrender doesn't erase responsibility. It refines it. It replaces panic with patience, grasping with grace. It lets effort flow from awareness instead of anxiety. You still move, but the movement becomes music, not struggle. In the calm of surrender, you begin to see that uncertainty isn't punishment. It's possibility wearing no label. The unknown is not darkness. It's depth. Control narrows perception. Surrender expands it. When you stop trying to define the outcome, life can finally surprise you. The most beautiful things in life arrive unplanned. The conversation that changed you, the person who appeared when you least expected, the moment that felt like home without warning. None of it could have been scheduled, and that's why it mattered. Control is the architecture of fear. Surrender is the language of faith. Not faith in doctrine, but faith in rhythm. That mysterious pulse that keeps the world spinning, even when we can't make sense of it. So loosen your grip. Let what must leave, leave. Let what must arrive, arrive. Trust that timing isn't random. It's precise beyond comprehension. You don't have to direct the unfolding. You only have to stay open enough to witness it. We spend life trying to control what was never ours. And the day we stop, we discover the weight we carried was never real. The river was always moving, and all we had to do was let it. Control is heavy. Surrender is light. If this moment brought you calm, stay a while. Subscribe, and let this space remind you that peace begins where control ends. Every day, we return here to breathe, to trust, and to remember that letting go isn't giving up. It's giving into life.
This is Form Within Mind, where calm takes shape.